I am a scientist and a drug developer. I develop gene therapy designed to fix a single error, a typo in the human genetic code that could cause life-threatening diseases such as blindness, totally loss of a human vision. But I truly understand the purpose through a student. As a rare disease degenerated her retina, the text in her books dissolved. She lost the ability to navigate campus and had to leave from university. Her world, full of potential, began to really close in. Medicine calls her condition rare because it affects fewer than 1 in 2,000 people. But here's the truth that reshaped my life's work. There are over 7,000 such rare diseases. Add every story together, you will find a patient population of 350 million people worldwide. That's a population of United States, Canada, and Australia combined. Now, 1 in 15 people affected globally. My focus on one gene, one disease, is not a niche pursuit. It is one vital piece of 350 million people puzzle. We medicalized isolation by calling them rare. Solving this is how we build a future that everyone counts. Those puzzles have a devastating human cost defined by 2 cruel gaps. The first gap is a diagnostic gap. For progressive diseases, times equals loss function. Yet, not everyone can receive a genetic test that tells you what's wrong on the DNA before it becomes actionable. Even you can find the answer, but often after the time or the best window for intervention has closed. The second is a treatment gap. After that long search, a harder truth emerges. Only a few tiny percentage of the rare disease have approved therapy. For the vast majority, the diagnosis is an answer but not a cure. Patients exchange the wildness of the unknown for the agony of the untreatable. It takes 10 to 15 years to develop one medicine from discovery to market by following a historical approach. The most heartbreaking result, rare disease causes about 30% of the deaths in neonatal intensive care, ICU. Those are babies whose puzzle we cannot solve with either science or speed in time. This is not just a challenging, it's a human emergency hiding in plain sight. So, how do we solve the puzzle? My field, gene therapy, aims for one-time treatment that can correct the error at the root. However, no single group can tackle 7,000 diseases. This is a global mission. We design and test one medicine in one country, trial cross nations, share data worldwide. We overcome scientific challenges, regulatory barriers, finance hardship. We leverage global resources, cutting-edge technology like AI to accelerate this, turning a search from years to months into days. Our most crucial partner, the patient and the family. They're the heroes, sharing their personal story and the data, advocating for research and the resources. Most importantly, as true trailblazer, participate in clinical trial to test the safety and the efficacy of the medicine, experimental medicine, before it become available to others. They're true architect, co-architect of their solution. Consider the most recent proof of what's possible. At Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, a baby named KJ was born with a severe rare disease. His body cannot process a protein due to a single error on his DNA. He spent the first few months in the hospital on extremely limited diet. Then, at just 6 months later, he became the first child to receive a customized gene editing therapy that fixed that single error on his DNA, designed for only him. The medicine was not made by a single person or single group. It takes collective effort from biologists, doctors, regulators, drug developers, and the family who refuse to wait, all working together cross-discipline in record time. The treatment worked. Today, KJ is not only alive, he's living and growing, thriving in a life his family never thought possible. This is a medicine for one person, one era, and one cure. Kudos to those who have worked so hard to make this possible. And now, the regulatory agency has opened a new path to make those personalized treatment possible. All because our community has shown all are possible when we work together. What emerges when pieces connect? The hope revolutionized all medicine. The experience we learned from ultra-rare disease, namely N equal to 1. For example, for KJ, personalized treatment for more common ones. The collaborative model become a blueprint for solving global puzzle. See rare, not as footprint, but as 350 million teachers showing us the limit of our system and the boundlessness of human resilience. When we work together, we build a world that solves the puzzles. We build a world that understands the fundamental truths. In health, in humanity, everyone counts. Most recently, I have heard the student I mentioned at the beginning of my talk, the one who dropped from university, is now planning her return to the university overseas after receiving a vision restoration gene therapy. She's able to read the textbook again. For her, a new life has been restored. This is why we work, to accelerate this hope and make it available for millions waiting. Because here's a common sense that goes far beyond the medicine. Every single one of us has felt like a puzzle piece that doesn't quite fit. Whether from a hidden struggle, or misunderstood differences, or a moment when the world moved too fast and left us behind. The 350 million people affected by rare disease are not a separate category. They're a mirror. Their fight for a diagnosis reflects our own long to be seen, their wait for treatment echoes every time we have prayed for a second chance in our life. Solving this puzzle is not just an act of medicine. It's a declaration that no person should be considered too few to matter, too different to help, or too small to count. This is a sin that binds us all. In the world of billions, every single story is a piece of the same human puzzle. We cannot do this alone. Amplify the possibility and the promise from n equal to 1 to n equal to 350 million, and hopefully to everyone. It will take, yes, all of us.